The Canceled Ones Podcast.
How goes it, everybody? Welcome back to the Canceled Ones Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch Lawson. So today we are actually going to be filming for the intro to our first day in the life video. Me and my wife decided to go on a Goodwill date. That's where you go out to Goodwill and you choose each other's outfits, and then you go out on a date. And, both pick a restaurant and then decide that out and head on out and have fun. We decided to do 90s themed for ours, so we will definitely be doing it again. It was so much fun. When you do it, don't go, you don't have to go all out. You don't have to, go out and spend, $300 fucking dollars at Goodwill just to have a fun time. Sometimes it's just the new experience that makes it fun. So just remember that, and always take time out for you and your significant other if you have kids. We have 3 kids. And so we don't get a whole lot of time together. So when we do get that time away from the kids, be it like the grandparents, one of the grandparents are taking the kids overnight or whatever, have it. This particular weekend, they went to their mama's house and, they were there all weekend. So we actually had like a whole day where there was no kids in our house, which is crazy. When you have numerous kids, there's never a dull moment. There's always something going on. And there's always kids around. So just be mindful to always remember why you guys started the journey that you're on. Remember who created the life that you have with your family. I'm a strong believer in the relationship first. Like, no slight against kids or my kids or anybody else's kids, but it seems to be when people solely focus on just the kids, they lose themselves a little bit within their relationship and their significant other. Yeah, of course, there's the anomalies where that's not true, and they make it through the 18 plus years of having kids and come out on the other side of it still in love. But more than not, that's usually what happens is when marriages break up, is the 2 people who started the journey and started the family just drift away. They lose themselves in being parents. They lose themselves in the kids. And it in my experience, it looks like it just puts a strain on the relationship. And then by the time they realize that that's what's happened, and, they're probably in therapy, if that's the case, if they really want it to work, they're going down those routes. But it usually seems a little too little too late. So, no matter your journey with your significant other, once it comes to the point that you guys decide to have kids, or hey, shit happens, we're having a kid. Just remember that, down the road. Like, don't let the kid overtake your life from each other. That is, if you want to have a happy and healthy relationship. If you don't, then fuck it. Be the best mom you can, be the best dad you can, and don't worry about the other person that much. I guess I don't know. I don't want that, so I can't exactly tell you what to fucking do there. Oh man. So real quick though, we will do a short little episode right before I splice in the date and then the outro of everything. My apologies on not having a video up for the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to do one every week. Life got a little bit in the way. I got a little in my own head and just kind of pushed things off. And plus that, I actually had about 35-40 minutes recorded. Turned my computer on one day, and it was like, oh, I need to update, Mo. And I'm like, cool, man, let's update you. And forgot to save. Fuck. So, yeah, episode 2 is actually non-existent anymore because the footage got deleted, which Sucks. You know, it is what it is, I guess. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Always remember to save your work, I guess. That lesson learned. So sometimes the school of hard knocks is the best lesson learned. Hey, motherfucker, you didn't save your shit. Now you got to do a whole other segment. Which is fine. I mean, it's just starting out. It's not like there's like, oh man, there's even thousands of followers that you're disappointing because you're not putting something out. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just getting into it. We'll get there. We'll get all these kinks worked out. It's all a new experience to me. So thank you for coming on this journey with me. And thank you for putting up with the headaches of just all of it, whether it be bad audio, bad video, bad splicing, bad editorial shit. It's, you know, I'm learning as I go. So anyway, enough about that. We will what else? Oh, so also too, just we'll do like a little relationship episode right before I splice everything. And how about that? Sounds good. I think I got 20 minutes or so of material on that. So there's things that are coming out on Netflix that are pretty fucking cool. Like me and my wife just started watching that Age of Attraction. I don't know if anybody's seen that. Shit's kind of wild. So it's kind of like the Love is Blind show, but you see each other. The only thing that you omit from your conversation is your age. And you try not to give any hints of your age, and you meet somebody based off of physical and mental attraction to somebody without knowing their age. And I guess there was a few people that they were pretty close in age. For whatever reason, the show decided like, yeah, that's not spicy enough. They're only like 4 years apart. We need people that are like 33 years apart. There's this one girl that I don't get it. What's the guy's name? The girl's name is like Vanelle. I think that's her name. But anyway, the guy that she chose, everybody's like, oh, he looks like he's in his 40s. Even Vanelle's like, oh, he looks like he's in his 40s. And this motherfucking bitch is 60 years old. I'm like, dude, he looks 60. I don't know what it is with people not being able to judge age correctly nowadays. I know speaking as a millennial, I know like my generation, we are still looking on the younger side of things, like compared to like my parents' generation. Like when my parents were in their 40s, they looked like they were in their 40s. But there's a lot of people within my age that they're in their 40s now and they don't look anything like it. So, I mean, most people, there's still times I get carded, you know, which I don't get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure I look older than 21. But I know I don't look my age too. So I've always chalked it up to good genes. But like, there's always something on anybody, no matter their age, that is age telling. Whatever your age is, there is something on you physically, be it around your eyes or your eyes themselves, your face, your neck skin, your arm skin, like underneath here. There's something on you that will speak to your age for sure. Like, it's just natural. As we get older, things with our bodies don't stay the same. Our skin gets a little looser. It sags. Like, this motherfucker's... Cornelius, that's his name. This motherfucker's neck, he's, 60 years old. Look at the dude's neck, bro. He's got, like... You could tell it's a 60-year-old man neck. Like, there's no hiding certain shit. One of the big things is neck skin, though. Like, for a lot of people, that's one area that I've noticed in my life that when I've met people that are older but they look younger, it's usually here or like around the wrist area that you can really, really tell if they've hit that like over 50 type of age, but they don't really look it. And there are a few people on there that are kind of shocking where it's like you hear their age. It's like, damn, be it younger or older. There was another guy dating a chick named like Pfeiffer or something like that, but he's like 40 something. He definitely doesn't look 40 something. He's to me, I thought he was like 35 area. So, for some people, I guess it's not fully true, but the majority of people out there, like I said, especially if you're over 50, there's something on you that's going to tell that. So I don't get where people thought that this guy, like, and it's like everybody I'm hearing from is talking about, oh, I thought that dude was in his 40s. Me and my wife were the only people that, so far, that I've heard that were like sitting there watching the show and we're like, that dude's like 55 at least. I guess 62. I think that was the age I guessed when we were, because me and my wife, we were sitting there, we're watching it, we're like, what do you think their age is? What do you think it is? I think mine was 62, and I think she said, what did she say, 55 at first, and then I think she changed it to a little bit higher. But yeah, I mean, we definitely weren't in the 40s. As soon as as soon as Vanell said that on the show, we were like, "What the fuck, 40? How do you?" I got to see the dude in person, I guess. I don't know, because sitting on my couch watching TV, it shows a different story. So, but yeah, man, that show's kind of crazy. I couldn't even imagine like 33 years, 27 years. I think there's one that's like 23 years. Even 20 years, like, now me and my wife were 7 years apart, and I get it a little bit, like where these people are coming from. The 20 something years though would just be, I think eventually, no matter what, that's going to come into play, just because you're raised in different times, you're raised in a different generation, a different mindset. The world was different. Like where I come from, in being an 80s born kid and raised in the 90s, I remember the times before cell phones were huge, before the internet was anything big. It was dial up and like it was crazy. So if it was put to me that this person I was talking to was 20 something years younger than me, they don't know any of that. I saw 9/11, I saw Y2K. I work with kids that, they're in their 20s. To me, they're kids, I guess. But they were born after 9/11. That's kind of wild to me. I was sitting in freshman year of high school, yeah, doing my I-step. And we all just knew something was going on because our teacher was like going in and out of the room, kind of frantic. And then we got about halfway through the I-step, and the principal comes over the intercom and didn't really give us much, just said that there was something kind of crazy going on. Next thing I know, he reads off a list of students that need to come to the office. One of my name was one of them. I was like, shit, I got caught for something. School was kind of boring to me. I'll be fucking honest, man. Like, there was things I loved about school, don't get me wrong. But the things I didn't like, I did not care about. Like, I really didn't give a shit about. So when I heard my name, I was like, oh, man, something's going to happen. I'm in trouble. I go down to the office. My mom was there to pick me up, take me home, because of the other threats that were going on that day with schools and things like that. So it's just crazy to me to work with people, or even to think about dating somebody, especially that's that much younger. Like, I couldn't even do it, dude. If I wasn't with my wife nowadays, I would just, I'm not dating. It's not happening, bro. I love people. I absolutely love people. But I hate the whole dating aspect. That, like, it's, how do I put this without sounding like an asshole? The older I get, the more I value time. And I don't know. If my wife ever left me and I had to go down that route, I've told her time and time again, you don't have to worry about shit because I'm not going to be with it. I don't want to take the time to do all that again. Relationships are a lot of work. Man, it's a lot of work. I don't care what anybody says. You know, when you're with the right person, you want to do the work. And I think that's a huge thing to say. So don't sit here and take it like, oh, he's talking bad about his wife, like his relationship must suck. No, my relationship is awesome, dude. I have the best woman in the world, and I will fucking fight anybody on that. She is like one of the best moms in the world. She is so fantastic to me. She's everything I ever dreamt about. All the qualities she has, man, they suit me so well. I fucks with her. You know what I mean? Like, she's the shit, dude. There's gonna be things that we disagree on. I mean, that's just life. We're different people. We are definitely along more of the lines of opposites attract. We balance each other out. Like, I'm super high energy, friendly, don't know any stranger type of person, very outgoing, and she's definitely more introverted on things. She definitely wants to be around her people. She don't really care to meet new people. I'm okay with it. I'm not saying we're going to be best friends, but I'll strike up a conversation with anybody. That's fine with me. I don't care. I'm also quick-tempered and things. She just, we're like the yin and yang of life, and everything about us kind of meshes well together. It fits well together. She balances me out. She knows how to calm me down. I feel like I know how to bring her up and get her out of her comfort zone. I see life a little bit differently than some people do. Firm believer on everything you do in life at first, of course, is brand new. Don't be afraid to change jobs. Don't be afraid to go after something if you really feel that it's going to be a positive move for you. So many people are, because they get stuck in the life of, oh, well, what if like this job's okay that I'm at now. I found this other one that sounds fucking amazing and I would love to give it a shot, but what if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't blah, blah, blah? What if it's like the what ifs always come in negatives. I'm more of the switch it up to the what ifs are positive. So what if it works out great? What if you love it more than you've ever loved anything and you feel like you don't go to work at all? What if they pay you more? There's so many more. I could come up with so much better thoughts thinking about what if in a positive way than what if in a negative way. So I hope everybody takes something from that. That's where I love to push my wife to. That's where I'm good at, and I have seen it where I'm good at for her in those aspects. I've tried so many different jobs because I wanted to learn new skills. I wanted to have different experiences come from different jobs. I knew where I wanted to put myself career-wise at that time. Things obviously change over the course of 25 years, but when I first started in my career, I knew the things I wanted to learn and where I wanted to go, where I saw myself 10 years down the road. So I wasn't afraid to change jobs, just like I wasn't afraid to start my own company when I started it. I wasn't afraid to put my company on hold, to go get a different job that was going to pay me pretty much the same that my company was paying me, just in a W-2 form instead of a 1099 or S Corp or LLC form. These are the things that you got to go for. Life is way too short. You never know what the fuck is going to happen. So you just got to try your best and put your best foot forward on anything. And if you think it's going to be a positive impact to your life, do it. That's all I can really say on it, is you got to get out there and just try these things. So, you know, I hope everybody has that person in their life that if you are the person that's scared to make the next move, I hope you find somebody that will turn that around for you and show you, like, hey, man, or chick, whatever, you don't need to be afraid. Because no matter what, if you need to go back to something, you can always go backwards. You can always go backwards. Like, for example, I started out as apartment maintenance. When I started, it was a phenomenal career. It has shifted drastically in like the 25 years I've been doing construction type work, to where now maintenance guys in apartments are kind of looked at as shitheads, which sucks, because it used to be a very professional career choice. Everybody that trained me, man, they had great lives. None of them were hurting for anything unless they had some kind of addiction, which, I mean, addiction hurts everybody, so there's that. But all the guys that were just normal dudes just working, they had pretty easy days, made great money, great health insurance. It seemed like a very good route to go. So I took that route. But when I saw that it was shifting and it was becoming more of a joke than it was a profession, I started looking for ways out and wasn't afraid to take those steps. I, moved on to houses, and then like I said, I took so many jobs within apartments, though, that I set myself up to learn all these different trades. So when it came to flipping houses with investors, sorry, there's a fucking stink bug flying around. So anyway, like I said, when I saw the downshift in apartments and that it was becoming less professional and more of a joke, I looked for other opportunities to get out, and I found houses. And that led me into a whole other rabbit hole of learning taxes outside of W-2'd, business taxes, S-corps, LLCs, non-for-profits, you name it. I started going down those rabbit holes, which started leading me to see how at least the United States operates. And how, if you are a W-2 employee, not saying that you can't have a great life. Of course you can. There's plenty of people out there that they're W-2 employees. They make a great living. Not saying those are not out there. It's just not the majority. The majority of people are making like $35,000 a year, maybe 50, if you're fucking lucky. That sucks, dude. I didn't ever want to be that. But once you go down the tax hole, you start understanding that W-2 employee is not the route to go. Like, the system is not set up for W-2s. The W-2s pay for the system. So if you're a W-2 employee currently, you are paying for the system, no matter how you cut it. That's just what it is. You are the sucker for the rich. Tax the rich. You won't do it. You would literally have to change almost the entire tax code to do it. What they're doing out in New York and all that, it's not going to fucking work. It's not going to work. You will never tax the rich. They have too many people that's all they fucking do is read the tax code. All they do is look at the changes with the IRS. Like, they have a fucking team that does this shit for them. So you're not going to tax these people. It's just never going to work. You would have to change, like I said, you would have to change every business entity and the tax code wrapped around them. So you would have to change LLCs. You would have to change S-corps. You would have to change non-for-profits. You would have to change corporations. There's so many of them. There's so many different titles you can be. So just get that out of your head and understand that if you were a W-2 employee, which I am currently right now, but I also own an S-corp LLC. Go down these rabbit holes, though. You will be amazed at what you fucking find out. There are people out there that make it more entertaining than, say, going and reading the tax code page for page. Dude, it's fucking boring. It's taxes. Who the fuck wants to sit there and learn taxes? A motherfucker that wants to make money. That's who. So I'm just saying, like, these are things, though, that you need to start thinking about and shifting in your life when the opportunity comes up. don't be afraid to make those changes. Everything you do in life for the first time is usually pretty nerve-wracking. You're probably pretty anxious. You don't know how it's going to go. That's everything, though. First time you picked up a basketball and shot it into a hoop, probably didn't fucking make it. First time you threw a fucking baseball across the yard, probably didn't hit its target. First time you threw a football to somebody, probably didn't make it to them. First time you kicked a soccer ball, might have broke your fucking ankle. I don't know. First time you got on a skateboard and tried to ollie, definitely didn't happen. Like, there's so many things that you could equate that to, that you just, everything you've done in your life, you did for the first time, and it was scary. You did not know what the fuck you were doing. Even simple as writing, you wrote an A for the first time ever. Bet it sucked. Like, just get out of that mentality of what if negative, what if negative, what if negative, what if positive, bro? Like, what if it works out? What if it leads you to a better life? Fucking think of that. So, man, that was kind of, see, dude, I just go on rants and raves. And anyway, back to the relationship side of things. Yeah, dude, my wife is just, she's the fucking best, dude. There's nobody else in this world that I could ever see myself being with after being with her. She hits all the check marks for me. Boom, 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 boom. You name it, and she's it. And I feel like we complement each other very well. Like I said, we are definitely opposites attract, yin and yang. But I think if you end up being the same, you end up usually almost butting heads. You know, you almost have to find somebody that's a little bit different from you, that's kind of the opposite of you. Where we are the same, though, is where it matters. You know, parenting. We have a very similar parenting style. Of course, with her being a woman and me being full of fucking rage and testosterone, she has more of a heart towards the kids when it comes to certain things, where I'm a little bit harder pressed on them. She'll give them more, chances, more options, where I'm just not that. Like, she fucking got one chance to do it, or you're in trouble, or you know. Hope you guys enjoy our canceled ones. We'll call it date night series. We'll just call it date night series, because my day in the life is going to probably be more like really what I'm doing day in the life. It's going to be more probably around my work and my kids and all that, just showing kind of what I deal with in the day-to-days. So we'll do this segment as canceled ones date night. That sounds better. I don't want my wife tied to day in the life like that. I don't know, it's just weird, because day in the life sounds more like work and shit, whereas date night with the wife is better. So this will be canceled ones date night, episode 2.2 technically, because episode 2 got deleted. My fucking bad. We'll get some more shit posted. I'm getting shit together. I've been making a lot of videos on the day in the life side. I just have to put everything together. And, when you're doing everything by yourself, plus you're working, plus take care of the family and kids and dogs and chickens. We got 20 fucking chickens, bro. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. Give me a fucking break. I'll get to it. I promise. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy this shit. And as you know, I will catch you on the flip side. Flip it! Hey, good morning. What? I'm getting a video. We're going to get this going. Well, I can get you these.
Yeah, I realize.
You could be an abominable snowman. Nick's will really think that you're her mom. That's what I'm saying. On these, stuff for the fuck. I didn't do that. It was short. It's a Goodwill date. Alright. I'll find something. An 8 and a large. Alright. We can do that. Find something here. on to those. We'll hold on to these. Need some inspiration. I gotta pause this. I'll be back. I don't know this is how we're supposed to do it, but we're gonna come with options. Small and large top, she said. Medium. There we go. What we got going on here? Yup. That's definitely gonna be one. Very 90s. There's the flannel. Okay, hang on. Alright, we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna hold that because that's funny. We're just gonna have to do a short sleeve shirt. Oh man, I might win it. Let's see. You can do that. Do that. So far, I got those, that, and that.
Okay. Okay, because they didn't have your size. Okay, I need you to grow a little bit.
Grow a little bit.
You got some white pants.
Oh wow. Okay.
No stains on them. No, like stains.
I'm gonna change
I got you
that.
these pants.
Okay.
They have some bright ones I wanted, but they don't have. So we got a bunch of shirts. So this. I wanted to have something bright. There was nothing bright over there.
Okay.
Or you have like a nicer shirt. Not thin. That goes well, but that's like that.
Probably do the white.
You don't like the brown ones? Oh, and I got your black one too. Tuck it in.
I'm almost thinking the orange shirt with the white pants.
Yeah.
I don't know how I look in orange though.
You're Mexican, so you probably like mine. Got tan skin.
What does that look like? Or do I just stick with my patent in black? So I think that clashes with the brown. Looks better with the white, but I don't know about that color. Yellow. Oh, that's my color. I think the orange is more, if anything, vibrant. Okay, well, I'll get both the black and the orange, and we'll just see which
This
one
one's
works.
too long.
Yeah, I think that's
Not
too
as
long. We'll do the. I'll get the black too. It's only $5, so. So this one's out. Huh?
Yeah, some Adidas pants.
Yeah. I think those are women though. So what? That's the winner for her. And it's one of those two for me. The white pants, the orange shirt, or black shirt. Okay. Okay. Fox with it. And we'll fox together.
These are mediums.
I mean, 32. I don't know about medium or large.
They were in the 32 area.
Let's see. Yeah, it should be alright. Exciting. Alright. We'll catch back up with you guys later.
Positive social. Probably not.
These are 90s outfits. Work it, girl. What she got me in?
Show that dear little squirrel. Die.
Ready for some margaritas and some tacos. Do you like that taco? I love that taco. I love that taco. The flight of margaritas. Ooh. That was hot. Ooh, look at the tacos. Face is that? You're Dora the Explorer. What the hell? This woman, boy, I'll tell y'all what. She's a trip. Thank you so much for watching this episode. That was our Goodwill date. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It was so much fucking fun. I definitely recommend doing it with your significant other. We will definitely be doing it again, and we'll probably get a little bit crazier with the outfits. We'll film it. We'll put it up, just to show you all the stuff that we like to do. Sorry, I had an itch on my nose. It is also St. Patrick's Day today, so happy St. Patty's Day to everybody. Hope you're eating some good food, getting some drinks, maybe smoking one. Do what you do. I don't know. I know what I do. Do what you do. Have fun doing it. Don't do it too hard. Everything in moderation. That's my credo. No regrets. Not one letter. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. Sorry it's been taking a little longer than I wanted to get out, but, that's how life goes. Sometimes everything's going smooth and you can get shit done that you want to get done. Other times it's not going so smooth, and you got to just grind it out and just keep pushing forward, because any kind of progress is progress. So just keep pushing forward on anything you do. Doesn't matter if it hits the deadline sometimes that you want. So always put a goal out there, so that way you have something to push towards. But don't kill yourself if sometimes it doesn't hit your expectations exactly. That's probably the best life advice I could give anybody. So really hope everybody enjoyed the episode. It was so much fun to shoot. I'm so happy that my wife got involved, and we were able to have such a good time. These lights are fucking bright, bro. Gotta turn that shit down. There we go. It's still kind of bright to me. Like, fucking, maybe I need to back off on the lights, but whatever. I don't know. We're we're figuring it out, man. And you guys are figuring it out with me. And thank you so much for putting up with it. I promise things will get better over time, you know, but this is fucking new to me. I don't know what the fuck I am doing. So for all of you that are going to criticize about it, fuck you. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, it's all new. So you push forward. Like, one of the best things in life to me is change and is development. And when you combine both of those, it's, you know, the new is always scary. It's the unknown. Like, but that's how you do anything in life. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what job you're in. It doesn't matter anything that you did, like within school. There was always a point of start for whatever it was that you did. So, we'll figure it out. But I definitely appreciate everybody putting up with it. A lot of things coming with the channel. A lot of things going to be added. So this video, of course, is going to be a part of a new series. Just going to dub it into episode 2 because, like I said, I went to restart my computer. Didn't realize I hadn't saved the video prior to that was actually episode 2. So this is like episode 2.2. So, because, yeah, that one got deleted. I'm kind of disappointed. It was time, but whatever. I mean, all we have is time. We're just gonna not know. But yeah, so this will just stand in as episode 2.2 is what we'll call it. First episode got deleted. My bad. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2.2. I will catch you on the flip side. Flip it!